Thimbleweed Park. So Thimbleweed Park is a point and click adventure game in the style of the classic 80s and 90s games like Monkey Island. This one clearly taken inspiration from things like Twin Peaks and The X-Files. The story is basically there's been a murder in the town, there's a bunch of other weird stuff going on in the town. You are an FBI agent, two FBI agents who've been sent in to figure out what's going on. One of them seems to have a mission of their own. So the story, I don't think is that good. I think the story and the characters are just a little bland. On the best way I can describe this whole game is try hard. The game is trying so hard to be funny, trying so hard to do something different and be unique and interesting, while also paying homage to what came before. The problem is that it never quite just gets to the what it wants. A lot of the humor doesn't really work. It doesn't land very well. The characters are more annoying than funny. The actual look of the game, I like the look of the game, although some of the environments are just buildings. If I say, oh, here's a hotel, you've got a probably good idea what it looks like. Or if I say, here's a supermarket shop, well, here's a supermarket shop. There's not a lot of really good standout environments and locations. There is a circus, and some of the more personal areas, like a caravan, which one of the characters lives in, is a bit more engaging, but yeah, disappointing, especially when this is paying homage to games like Monkey Island, where it has got this really cool, interesting world. And this is just not doing that for me. There's also the fact that the central storyline just isn't that interesting. Yes, you've got this murder, you've got this backstory where there's a bunch of stuff about a fire in a pillow factory, and you've got this rich family who's got a history with this town. Then there's a clown who's seems to be cursed and can't remove his makeup. In fact, the clown, Ransom the Clown, is the best thing about the game. He's a really funny character. He's a clown who basically insults people, and what really works about him is that he's the funniest character in the game, primarily because every other word he says is a swear word, and it's beeped out. So he's constantly going, talking, and then all of a sudden, beep, beep, beep. It's really just well done, and it's maybe a little overused at times, but it's there, it's funny. So this is point and click game. If you've never played a point and click game, this is essentially you point at something, you click, and then your character goes and does it. It's very simple stuff. You've got all the instructions at the bottom, and then you've got your items on the other side. The problem is that the controls are a little cumbersome. I'm playing it on the Switch. You do get the touchscreen elements in there, which do make it a little better. But I feel like they missed an opportunity here. In the remasters for the Monkey Island games, the left analog stick moved your character around the screen. Here, it moves the pointer around the screen, and you've got to hold another button to move your character. You've got to then double tap that button to make your character move quicker. It just feels like there's constantly an extra step, an extra instruction or command involved in making your character do anything in this game, and it just becomes a bit frustrating and annoying. So for example, if I had a character on this side of the screen and I wanted them to open a door on this side of the screen, I've got to move the left analog stick to that side of the screen. But then you've got to suddenly remember you've actually got to get the command, which is in the bottom of the screen. So you move the left analog stick back here, click the command, move it back over there, click the item, and then you'll walk over to it. And if you've clicked the wrong thing, if it's a door, for example, and you want to get through the door, you've actually got to click open the button. Then you've opened it, then you've got to click off that and then go through the door. Opening the door and going through the door, different things. So it's really just an added element that's just frustrating and annoying. But yeah, the game, not bad. If you really like point and click adventures, it's probably a decent one. But it doesn't live up to the likes of Monkey Island, which I really liked.